Hi, thanks for joining me today. We are looking at bio stoves and the safety surrounding them. Bio stoves have become more popular over the recent years, and I think some people get a bit confused or don't quite understand exactly how they work. So I think doing a quick video on understanding the safety implications of using them is hopefully going to be helpful. So to begin with, bio stoves are really safe, and they're really a cool new product, to be honest. They can be installed almost anywhere. This chimney here is purely for aesthetic purposes and isn't required. You know, this is cool to touch because there's a plate in here. So they can be installed almost anywhere. Unlike a wood burning stove, a real thing, which requires a lot of regulations regarding installation and a lot more things to consider in regards to installation. Whereas a bio stove only produces CO2 and heat. So the only considerations really are just to make sure the stove's a fair distance away from things. You know, they're hot, they do give out a good warming heat, but nothing like a wood burning stove. In regards to the actual burners themselves, they do work differently than a stove. So a stove, you can continue to keep on putting wood on it, whereas the key safety aspect around bio stoves, in my opinion, is ensuring that you never refuel it when it's lit, because you could ignite the fuel that you're putting into it. So when you've added the fuel to the bio stove, you need to ensure that it's completely gone out, stone cold, before you add fuel again. Same as if you go and add your fuel to the burner and then go and light it and you don't think it's going, the chances are that it is actually invisibly burning to begin with, or with a little blue flame, because it takes around sort of 10 to 15 minutes for the flames to get orange. So you don't want to go back to think adding more, it's not going, and adding more fuel to it again, because you'll have the same problem as if you're going to add it later on when it's still hot. So I think that it really is the key point with the bio stoves and what people really need to understand. As regards to the actual bio burners themselves, to understand exactly how they work, I think be useful. So the bio burners in here is like effectively a sort of a heat-proof sponge, let's say, which absorbs all of the actual bio fuel. It then slowly releases it as you burn it. And on our units as well, I'll show you here, we actually put our units inside another box just to be extra sure, just in case there is ever any spillages. And if there is any spillages, you want to make sure you are wiping them away as quickly as possible. They're also, if they tip over, they're designed as well, so if they do tip over, we'll show you a little experiment outside in a second, but if they tip over, the idea is that the fuel doesn't all fall out of the bio burner. On our models where we think they've got a bit of a heavy front, so this one here has got a big cast iron front door to it, we're sure they've got a little cast iron lip so they don't tip anyway. But if the worst was to happen, or if someone did really knock over the stove, then the idea is that this will not leak out all the fuel. As for other aspects as well, you need to ensure that nothing is surrounding the stove which could be going onto the flame, like curtains, for example. In our unit, obviously, these are encased in a stove, so it's going to be very difficult to do that, but you do need to be wary of that too. Also, surrounding the stove, you can have ceramic logs just to give it that more realistic look, as we've got one in here now. But you need to ensure that they don't go over the actual flames and don't disrupt the flame pattern, because they can burn the logs and produce a smell, and also make the flames go higher. So you just need to be careful and ensure that the logs are positioned nicely around the stove. And apart from that, that's about it. You know, they give off a lovely warmth, really can go almost anywhere, and are really safe, assuming, you know, obviously you listen to the instructions which we add in this video here. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, always let us know. Thank you.